This is the A15 conference room speakerphone from Nuroum. It's supposed to make you sound better if you are talking on a speakerphone in a conference room. How well does it do that? Let's find out. Before we start, this was sent to me for free by Nuroum. However, this did not impact my judgment or my review, which remains unbiased and objective. So as you can see, it's almost the size of your palm. It has a nice mesh cover over here, which I like, and a series of touch controls on the front with a power button, the call pickup button, volume down and up, a mute button, and the Bluetooth button. And there's a small light over here that shows you when it's connected, or when you press mute, for example, it turns red, which is a nice touch. On the back, it has a couple of ports. It has a USB-C port to plug it into your computer, but also has a second USB-C port, which is interesting, and it does reverse charging, so you can charge your mobile phone by plugging it into this. It also has a 3.5mm jack, and what's interesting as well is it also has another output port, which allows it to be daisy-chained to another A15 speakerphone in case you have a large conference room, so you can have two of these connected to each other. Now, in addition to the USB-C port, which lets you plug this into your computer, it also comes with a USB dongle, which gives you wireless connectivity as well. And I found this works really well. It's a very simple plug-and-play solution. You don't need to install any drivers. I tested this on both a Mac and a Windows, and as soon as you plug this in, it connects automatically to the Nuroum. Now, in the box, in addition to the A15 speakerphone and the USB Bluetooth dongle, it also comes with a USB-C cable and a nice travel pouch. It has a built-in battery that's supposed to last you 8 hours, and what I think is the best selling point, it has 4 different MEMS microphones, which supposedly capture your voice quite clearly up to a couple of meters away. How well does it actually do that? Let's take a listen. So this is what the Nuroum A15 conference room speakerphone sounds like. I'm recording via USB, so it's connected via USB-C to my computer, and I'm about 50 centimeters away from the device. I'm going to now start walking back to show you how it sounds like at varying distances. So right now I'm about 1 meter away from the Nuroum. Let me continue going backwards. And right now I'm about 3 meters away from the Nuroum. So this is how I would sound like about 3 meters away from the Nuroum A15 conference room speakerphone. Now, to give you some idea on the benefits of having a conference room speakerphone, I'm actually recording this on the iPhone as well, placed right next to the Nuroum. So let me switch to that. And right now you hear me on the iPhone, and this is how I sound like. Now, what I didn't mention is I have the window open all the time, and there are cars passing by, which I'm sure you can hear on the iPhone recording, but you were not hearing any of the cars passing by when I was recording on the Nuroum. Let me switch back to the Nuroum. And again, this is how I sound like on the Nuroum. Same cars are still passing by. There's some ambient noise behind me, but you probably don't hear any of that. Let me go back to the iPhone. And again, this is what the iPhone would sound like at about 3 meters. I'm gonna walk closer to the devices now. And right now I am at about 1 meter away. Back to the Nuroum at 1 meter. And this is what the Nuroum would sound like about 1 meter away. And for the final test, this is about 30 centimeters away. This is what the Nuroum would sound like. And let's go back to the iPhone one last time. And this is what the iPhone would sound like at about 30 centimeters from the device. Now, that was quite impressive, the clarity of the voice at about 3 meters away, but I really wanted to push this to its limits. So I ran another test, and this time I distanced myself by about 6 meters from the Nuroum. Let's listen to how that sounded like. So now I am going to walk to about 6 meters away from the Nuroum. I'm walking backwards. I'm about 3 meters now, and I'm going to continue walking backwards until I reach the 6 meter mark. And this is how I sound like at the 6 meter mark from the Nuroum. The window is still open behind me, so there are still cars passing by, and I'm at the walking 6 meters away. Now again, just to give you a comparison, I'm going to switch to the iPhone, and this is what the iPhone would sound like at about 6 meters away with the cars passing by behind me. So there's a huge difference between how that sounds, and now back to the Nuroum, how that sounds at a whopping 6 meters away.
Now, one last thing I did notice, the clarity of your voice when you're connected via USB-C is a bit better than when you're connected via Bluetooth. So right now you're listening to me via the Bluetooth connection, actually using the USB dongle that comes with it. And now let me switch to the USB-C connection. And this is how I sound like when the Nuroum is connected via USB-C. So you can instantly tell it is much clearer than when it's connected via Bluetooth. Especially if you're listening to these back to back. Now, if you've only heard it via Bluetooth, I guess it sounds fine in isolation, but then listen to it via USB-C and you instantly tell it is much clearer than that of the Bluetooth connection.
Now here are my thoughts on the A15. I think it looks really nice. I really like how it looks. It's portable enough, but looks sleek. I love the fact that you have a plug-and-play Bluetooth connection, or you can use it wired. Not too happy with the loss of sound clarity on Bluetooth, but I did speak to Nuroum about this, and they confirmed that they've identified this as a Bluetooth software issue, and they are working on a fix. Now, most importantly, in terms of the performance, I think it did pretty well. Wasn't the clearest of sounds, but the fact that it could pick up my voice quite clearly from a couple meters away, even when there were background noises and cars passing by, I thought that was pretty impressive, even though it wasn't very clear, could be easily understood. Also, I was impressed that even at 6 meters, it still was able to capture my voice clearly, which is not an easy feat. I did run into a small issue when connected via Bluetooth. Sometimes on a call you can decrease the volume, but then you cannot increase it back again. This only happened via Bluetooth, so it didn't happen via the USB-C connection. But again, Nuroum confirmed that this also will be solved in the Bluetooth software version update. Now, in terms of price, this retails for about $130 to $150, which is not cheap. However, at the moment of this review, Amazon is selling it for $100, and there's a $20 coupon, which brings it down to $80. So at $80, I think it's a really good bang for your buck. I would put the product link in the description, so make sure to click on that to see the price at the time you want to purchase this. That's it for now. Let me know in the comments section what you thought about the Nuroum A15. And as always, if you liked the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, as this encourages me to continue producing content. Until next time, cheers.